What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unfiltered the podcast. I'm Kay.
And I'm the biggest. Tonight we're getting into something a lot of people talk about, but rarely hear directly from men.
This episode is called Inside the Mind of a Man.
We got some fellas here with us, and tonight the goal is simple honest conversation.
We're going to start with some fun questions and warm everybody up.
And then we're going to get a little spicy.
And by the end, we're talking about the truth that sometimes men think but don't always say out loud.
So, fellas, I appreciate you all being here tonight. Let's get into it. All right, so we're going to start easy, no pressure.
Just some fun questions so we can get inside the mind a little bit. You feel me?
What's something women think men care about that we actually don't care about that much?
I'd say probably like outfits and stuff.
I'll say pretty much job or career.
So I have a slight question on the outfits. When you say outfits, do you mean like you don't care what they wear, or
Yeah, well, I mean, just like the brand name and this or that. Like, obviously they got to carry themselves, but
I see what you mean. Okay, okay.
Yeah, probably just piggybacking off of what B Fish said. Definitely appearance, because like I promise you, like some of the most beautiful women are just like when they are just themselves, when they dress down, when they chilling. Like it's nothing more beautiful than that, bro. I promise.
yeah, if a girl can pull off just like the regular like outfits, then yeah, that's where it hits. It's funny, I always see that meme and it's like no dude's ever been sitting around with their buddies and been like, "Bro, but did you see the eyelashes on that girl? God, those extensions were so hot."
See,
That's funny because I was going to ask about that, about eyelashes, but good shit. You mentioned that.
yeah, because I was gonna say eyelashes too, but I hear like, and I don't know how true this is, ladies. Y'all can let me know if I'm wrong. A lot of ladies say they do that for themselves, not for the man. That's what they say.
Yeah, I think
If
for
Um,
themselves also.
I think it is a more self thing.
Because it's for your appearance and how it makes them feel. Their eyes look more attractive for them, I guess.
Yeah,
But
because
But
yeah.
I
but that comes down to like, are they really trying to make it attractive for themselves or do they like the attention the man gives because it's that attraction? Now, I'm not gonna lie, a girl with like some extensions on, they do look alright on some people, but I guess just that's not like the main thing
you talking about extensions in the hair or extensions in the eyelashes? Because
on the eyelashes.
Lashes,
I about to say
lashes.
I never saw a woman was like, damn, you got some fine ass eyelashes. I have never ever
It's just
said that
their
like that once,
eyes,
bro.
like it just makes their eyes pop. I feel like.
Nah,
Not
well, I
no
mean,
no lie though.
maybe it's just me. I just like I love if she got beautiful eyes, then she got beautiful eyes. The eyelashes is so unnecessary. But again, like I said, I'll always hear that's for them. So if that's for you, baby, do you. But I just want to see your eyes.
I feel that.
those were all great answers. I'm so glad that you guys were so open about that. So I have a question. What's your favorite way to decompress after a stressful day?
I usually sit in my
Okay.
car before I enter my home. Listen to music, relax.
Mine's the gym.
um, plethora of things, but I know we got to keep it PG-13. But definitely that one is the obvious. Um, but it's to me, it's nothing because I like music, like that's my thing. So it's nothing like a good shower. I turn on my playlist. It's nothing better than some beautiful women singing to you. So that's uh, definitely a favorite way of mine to decompress. Because then I hear beautiful women singing to me, and then I go to who I feel is the most beautiful woman in the world, and we decompress. And I'm gonna keep it at that.
Yeah, I'd say for me it's just I just need 30 minutes of listening to music, garden a little bit, ease my mind, and then we could talk about or do whatever we need to do.
Okay. What's a small thing a woman can do that instantly makes your day better?
That makes our day better.
Yes. So, like, what can a woman do to you? Like, give you flowers, give you a back massage, something like that to like make your day better.
Yo, no funny.
I,
Sometimes my fault, God, bro.
oh no, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say sometimes like especially like when the women when she got nails. Like I love that hug with when you scratch the dude's back with the nails. Like that's like one of my favorite things in the world, bro. Cause like how you know I had an itch right there, bro, and like it's like nah,
Wow.
not like on nah, but on some real. Like it's that's probably the most beautiful thing in the world. Like just a hug with the nail scratch. That's little, and then of course a compliment. Like especially with guys, a compliment goes a long way. Like we'll remember that for a while, for real.
No, I definitely understand that because the nails, when they scratch like around your head, the back of your neck, you know what I mean?
Listen,
Like that feels absolutely amazing.
listen, talk, bro, talk.
Yeah, bro. I feel you on that. That is it's soothing, you know what I mean? It makes you feel comfortable, it makes you feel loved, it makes you feel appreciated. And it's the little things, you know what I mean? Like that is it might be small to a lot of people, but to me that's a big thing.
Facts.
Yeah, and I guess I don't know too. It kind of depends on what. Like for me, I'm single, so if I'm like dating a girl and she's like brings me something out of the day, that's for me. That's like huge. Like could be lunch at work or yeah. I'm also kind of a foodie though, so that's also like cooking dinner is a big one for me too.
Hey, they do say that a way to a man's heart is through his stomach. But I have another one for you guys. What's one stereotype about men that you wish would completely, literally disappear?
That all men are the same.
Facts.
I hate that statement. I like I really despise that statement. But yeah, to this day, it's still yeah.
No, that's a fact. Or being judged by women's past relationship to us, like that's a big no no for me as well.
Yeah, that's actually one of my pet peeves. Once that comes in conversation or any type of in any way, shape, or form, I'm already backing up.
Facts. Like don't judge me because of your past relationship. That has nothing to do with me.
Like, it's a reason we here and he not. Like
Exactly.
I agree
Okay,
with y'all 100%.
amen. So, all right, now we're gonna turn the temp up a little bit.
This is where the honesty really starts coming out.
Do men know pretty early on whether they see a woman as long term or just a little bit temporary?
Ooh, this is spicy for real.
I'm
I
a.
feel like I can pick it out
All
pretty
right, go ahead.
quick.
Yeah,
yeah, that's a resounding yes. Um, yeah, you can kind of tell by the vibe that this um if this ain't gonna last long, or if you know what she might be it. Um, yeah, you can definitely tell pretty quick. But I mean, then again, like, looks and things can be deceiving. So, you're not going to automatically get the answer all the time, but a lot of times you can kind of tell.
Oh, and you'll be wrong a handful of times for sure.
So,
Now, of course, I was gonna say that. Yeah, we know immediately, but sometimes, sometimes it fluctuates the feelings, the vibe. So we go based off a vibe. We make slight adjustments.
Right.
Okay. Is physical attraction the main thing that starts a relationship for men?
no,
Absolutely not.
no,
No.
not at all. No, not at all.
Definitely not.
No, it's attention for me, really.
Um, I know for me right now, the main thing that I want, and this is one of those times that I can confidently speak for the men. Um, right now, the main thing we want is peace. So if the vibes are off and they're messing up that peace, yeah, you could be as fine as you want to be, but it's going to be a no for me.
1000%.
Exactly. If the vibe is off and there's issues back to back and just nonsense, listen, I don't care how gorgeous or whatever you have, your attributes, I'm out.
Yeah, if the headaches outweigh the peace, then it's a no automatically.
Okay, guys, what's something women do that they think men love, but you guys actually don't?
For me, when a girl's like trying to be one of the boys with my boys, that's like a
Like
yeah,
trying too hard to fit in.
yeah, exactly, yeah. And
Or
I
I was
know
gonna
it's usually in
say,
good
yeah, go ahead.
faith and stuff. Like they're trying to like yeah,
Like they're
but
trying to be down, right?
yeah, exactly. And it's like oh yeah, my boys know it's like yeah.
Makes sense.
What I don't like neither though is when they act too laid back. They try to like lay back, be laid back to just make you comfortable. No, I don't like that. Like be how you are, you know?
Yeah.
Um, mm, for me, I think it's when they try to give you what their version of your happiness is instead of listening to you when you're telling them what makes you happy, if that makes sense. Um, let's see if I can try to break it down a little more than that. Like they'll go out their way, they'll do this, they'll do that because they think that's what's going to make you happy. Instead of like, because me, I know me, I'm playing. Like I could take a good steak, a cold drink, and I'm chilling in the crib. But she'll be like, "Nah, let's go out, let's do this, let's do that," thinking that stuff is going to make you happy. When in realization, yeah, I mean, it might be cool. You might just go with the flow just because she's trying. But like, no, this is what I want, and I hope I broke it down instead of confused everybody. But yeah, trying to give you her version of your happiness. That makes sense.
I know I'm not a guy, but I would like to think that I am one of the guys sometimes. But I feel like I don't overplay my part when it comes down to like my partner's guys though. Like I'm the guys with my guy, but I'm not the guys with his guys. That makes sense.
Very
And
so.
the way you broke that down, it does make perfect sense to me. Have y'all ever stayed in a relationship longer than you should have? Why?
Nigga.
Like if you stayed, why? What made you stay? What made you
I'm
keep
sorry.
putting up with that person
My bad.
when you know you should have walked away?
Yo, you got me dying, bro.
Yeah,
Yo,
that's
don't
tough.
lie. I felt that shit, bro.
Yeah,
Bro.
that's a tough question.
My bad. Yeah, definitely. And I think I committed the cardinal sin when it comes to relationships. Like I got cheated on and then end up taking the girl back. Um, bro, I should have. It's no way in the world that relationship, and I think I stayed in it because it was like my one of my first like real relationships. So I ain't gonna hold you. Like I get it from my mom's side. Like I love hard when I'm in a relationship. So like even then, young, like I wanted to be with her, bro. And yeah, that was the dumbest shit I've ever did in my life, bro.
Like some the comfortability for that, and then also like you're saying, like just wanting to be that, and yeah, wanting to have that connection is tricky. And I feel like that's where we get kind of categorized like, men don't really think like that, but I feel like a lot of us are looking for that.
Yeah, like sometimes when a relationship goes from a relationship and then it turns into like a routine instead of a relationship, and we are like blinded by the routine, and so we just get comfortable with that routine. And I think for me that's the mistake that I've made in the past, is getting comfortable with the routine and not walking away from that.
Mhm.
All right, let's shift gears a little.
This part is about understanding men beyond the stereotypes, if you feel me.
So, men, what pressure do men feel that people rarely talk about?
I know for me, it's like the pressure to not quit and to not fail, like. Cause I mean, like, especially nowadays, bro, you're not just living for yourself no more. You living for those around you. And I know, like me, I'm married, so it's not like, don't get me wrong, we were going to be married, but I asked her to be my wife at the end of the day. So I can't ask her to be with me and then end up failing at anything when it comes to this relationship. Like to keep a roof over our head, to keep clothes on our back, to keep the house running. Like that's a lot of pressure, and people, well, especially people who's not in that situation, don't really understand a lot of the times that the type of pressure that falls on us. But I know, especially with me, that that's what's going on in my head.
Yes, for me is the sustainability, like the pressure to keep going, keep pushing, the sacrifices. Everybody always speaks about the woman's sacrifices, the woman's hard work, but no one sees the fella side, the the mental part. It hits us hard. I'm gonna just leave it right there, though.
Yeah, I think that just kind of comes into the being expected, and yeah, it's just so overlooked. But I feel like nowadays it's starting to come out where yeah, people can like have those conversations a little more.
Okay, thank you guys for that. Why do a lot of men, because I don't want to just clump all men together, struggle to talk about their emotions?
Number one, thank you for that because, hey, that's one of the things we're definitely still struggling with. A lot of people, well, not, well, you know what I mean. They be like, all men do this and all men, and we hate that with a passion. Um, but I know for me, sometimes I feel like number one, people really listening, and then it's like number two, I don't want to put more on you by telling you about my problems. I'm supposed to be the man. I'm supposed to take your issues from you and try to help you with a solution. How am I helping you with your problems? And I'm giving you more by giving you my problems. That's kind of how I see it. And I know I got to change that because I always allow myself to be there for everybody and don't really allow anybody to be there for me. That's definitely one thing I know I got to change. But right now, it is what it is.
Yeah, and I think that's just the way, I mean, just past generations growing up. I mean, that was always a thing, getting hurt or something. My dad was always like, "Oh, you're not crying, walk it off, suck it up," all that kind of stuff. So I think that was just a generation thing.
I think also it's at least for me, I don't know for everybody, right? But the fear of being judged because you're trying to express your emotions, I think for men that's a really hard thing to deal with because it's already hard enough for us to express our emotions to our significant other or anybody for that matter. But then when you add that fear of being judged for explaining your emotions, I think that's very tough.
Yeah, for sure. And I've seen a lot of people that, it's hard for a lot of men that can't control it because they don't really have those emotions a lot. So when they have those, they're actually really like deep, passionate people, and so when those feelings come up, it's pretty extreme, and sometimes it comes out in a weird way, which then I think stereotypes it.
Okay. So I think y'all kind of sort of answered it a little bit, but what's something men wish they could express without feeling judged?
That this shit is hard, bro. Like point blank, period, bro. This shit ain't no fucking walk in the park. And excuse me for my language, but it is what it is. Like sometimes we really like we don't want to have to deal with this, but we don't want to be seen as weak. We don't want to be seen as complaining because God knows I know women go through a hell of a lot more. But it's like at the end of the day, bro, we like some of this stuff that we deal with is just like, yo, we just need that moment of relief. Like when we can keep going after that, but it's just like, yo, like this ain't not being a man ain't for the weak. It really ain't.
It's like what you were saying earlier, that pressure buildup, it gets very, very overwhelming. And sometimes when that pressure builds up too much, we lose sidetrack of how we're supposed to act, how we're supposed to feel, how we're supposed to do things because the pressures build up because we're like, they look at us that we're supposed to be at a higher standard because we're men and we're supposed to just take everything in the chin and keep it moving. And sometimes it's not like that. It's tough.
I want to say thank you guys again um, for those answers. How does society's expectation of being strong affect men mentally?
I think that's one of our biggest struggles.
Mm.
Amen.
Trying to live up to the standards that society has taught us throughout, the decades and years and everything like that. Trying to live up to those standards, it's again, it comes with that pressure, and it's it's a tough thing to deal with, and it could definitely take a big toll on your mental health when you are under all this pressure and you're still trying to deliver every single day, trying to be humble, trying to be loving, trying to be caring, while still trying to deal with that pressure of what the world thinks of us or what the world thinks we should be like every single day. It's one of the toughest things to deal with as a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I could have said it better myself, bro.
So now let's talk about relationships.
Because this is where men and women often misunderstand each other.
What makes a man emotionally shut down in a relationship?
When he opens up to you and you throw that shit back in his face.
Mm.
Um,
When they make us feel like we're not enough, no matter how hard we're trying and no matter what we're doing, and they make us feel that it's not enough, that's tough.
Mm.
Or when they try to downplay how we feeling or how we expressing things and saying, "Well, you a man, you got this, you got to keep pushing." No, let's slow things down. Let's speak about this first.
Hmm.
Hmm.
nah, facts, because that can lead to a switch up. Because it's like you want your man to be, or y'all claim, and I'm not saying y'all is, the ones where if the shoe fits, y'all want y'all man to be emotional and then open up, but then when he does, he's being too emotional, and it's like y'all need to pick a side. Which one do y'all want?
Yeah, I feel like that's a tough one to that's a tough line to walk on.
That's a fact.
Hmm. What makes a man feel respected in a relationship?
For me, it's the talking. You can even hear it like when a girl's like talking me up or talking to somebody else. You can just, for me, I can hear it that they actually like are caring and respecting and like loving or whatever that is. You can hear it just in the way they talk to other people about the situation, the relationship you're in, and that kind of stuff.
For me, it's like appreciation. Like, you'll be surprised with a simple thank you or a simple, hey, I see what you're doing. Thank you so much for doing what you're doing. That goes such a long ways. And I feel like men in general don't get that enough. And it's crazy to think that because, like, for me, like I said, a simple, hey, I see you. Thank you for doing what you do. That's all I need. And that goes such a long ways.
Yeah, it's nothing like appreciation and reassurance. Like let me know. Let me know. Talk to me. You say you proud of me. You say you appreciate me. Let me know. Because I promise you, what that'll only make me want to do more. Like
Right.
like you thankful for those flowers? I bet. Watch next week. I'm gonna have two bouquets. You thankful for that too? I bet next month. Oh, it ain't even Valentine's Day, but I'm coming with four. Just because. Like, show me you appreciate me. Show, like, reassure me, like, look, you're doing a great job. I'm so proud to call you mom. Small stuff like that will, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I hear a lot of women say, oh, we want things just because. Hey, men like the just because too. It could be random, just pull him over, be like, babe, you know what? I'm proud of you. I guarantee you that's going to set him for the week.
I'm finna do that right now.
Hey, please.
No, it really does go a long way. Like, sometimes, not all women, but, sometimes I think women overthink what men need. And a simple thank you, a simple appreciation, a simple acknowledgement that we're doing our best is all we really need at the end of the day to keep us going. That gives us fuel to keep going stronger every day.
Okay, we hear y'all, and some of us are taking notes. And I know you guys, yeah, for sure. And I know some of you guys answered this earlier, but we're gonna take it back a little bit for the people in the back who didn't get to hear. Is peace more important to men than passion in a relationship?
You said then caching,
No, passion, passion. I'm
passion.
sorry.
Well, she's
Um,
crazy as heck, but or crazy as hell, but she's got passion, or yeah, she's got peace and standoffish, or is that like the? Because I mean, yeah, peace over passion for sure, but hopefully there's a little passion with that peace.
Right, right. Peace is going to be more important than passion for sure, but at the end of the day, we're going to need the passion as well.
yeah, I third that. Mm.
Okay. What's something women misunderstand about how men show love?
I just think, like we were talking about earlier, I think, for men, most men, we just need something very simple to be like, yeah, we're proud of you or whatever. And so for us, when we're talking to our girls and it's like, oh, your hair looks good, or oh, you did that, thank you, or you did such a good job there, or something like that. I think, and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like women kind of just overlook that. Um, and men, we take that as like, oh, that's a big deal. And I think it just is a misunderstanding, miscommunication of it.
A simpler way would be like, what's something women get wrong about the way men show love? Or what's one way men show love that women don't always recognize?
Maybe affection, because I show love like differently in different ways, but I show more love like affectionately and like just doing spontaneous things rather than the obvious love type of signals, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Like for me, showing affection, like wanting to hold your hand or like sit with you and watch some TV or whatever the case may be, I think a lot of women sometimes misunderstand that and think we're automatically like trying to take you to the bedroom or something like that. And that's not always the case. There's times where we just want to be held and we just want to have a conversation or we just want to be, rub your nails on our head or whatever the case may be. And women sometimes take it as, oh, you're just trying to do something different. And I think that misunderstanding ruins a lot of relationships, in my opinion.
I'm gonna just say PR stole my answer. Here we go. Because he hit the nail on the head, bro.
All right, this is the part where we might get in some trouble.
But it wouldn't be inside the mind of a man if we didn't keep it real.
If a man truly wants a woman, will she ever be confused about it?
No,
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
don't think so.
no, unless she's just that dense that it ain't clicking. Because like, if I want you, I'm gonna show you, and I know like me, I'll do it in every way possible. Like you gonna be you going I'm gonna show you like you're the first thing on my mind. Like you know how they say, oh, the first thing on my mind when you wake up, you're the last thing on my mind before I'm about to go to sleep. That's literal around here. Like if I want you, like you're going to be constantly hearing from me. Even if it's a day where I know I'm super busy, I'm making sure that I let you know, like, look, I was just thinking about you. I am going to be busy though. I do have a lot of things to do. If you need me though, I am here. Like I'm gonna always make myself available. Nah, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. I go after what I want, and that's it. Just is what it is. If that's you, then you gonna know that's you.
Yeah, I feel the same, and yeah, either they do actually know and just playing it off, or yeah, sometimes it's pretty obvious, but men and women think different, so maybe it's not as obvious.
Okay. Can a man love someone but still know she's not the woman he'll marry?
That's for damn sure.
No, I'm about
As far as for me, we
Yeah.
probably we can detect the ride, how the ride's gonna go, but we'll know for sure. Like, yeah, maybe she's not gonna be the one we're gonna settle down with, you know. But
that's
who knows? It can change. So, but we know.
Yeah, but you could definitely be in love with somebody and still know that
Oh yeah.
that could change. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
no,
The
that's a
different love.
that's a fact. Because and then again, you still got to be conscious of the change too, because yeah, it can change, but then it's like, okay, next thing you know, it start creeping back to how it was before, and then you get mad at yourself because you fell, quote unquote, for the change. Um,
Exactly.
Yeah.
yeah, so it's yeah, but yeah, trust me, we can give you love, and we can love you. Yes, we can love you, but we can also love you from afar. We can love you and not know, look, you're not our person, but I still got love for you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We could love and still be able to be smart enough to back off the situation.
Facts.
Okay, so do men change because of love, or because they're actually ready to change?
Um,
When you say change, you mean as in something negative we do and we try to change for the better, or change as in changing the rhythm of whatever situation, relationship that is going on?
Change for the better.
But is that for her better or for my better? She might
Right.
want me to she might want me to pick up all this, but at my house I'm like, ah, that sits on the counter for a day or whatever, and I pick it up after work. That might be
Yo, that's a
different.
fact.
Hey,
That's a
y'all
Right.
snap.
fact.
Truth.
Nobody answer.
Yeah, I did too. I said, I'm going to say, well, I want to ask, what's the truth about men that women often take very personally, but shouldn't?
Repeat that one more time. I apologize.
No, you're fine. I said, what's a truth about men that women often take personally, but shouldn't? Yeah, in other words, what's something men do that women take personally, but it's really not about them? Or what's something men do that hurts women's feelings, but it's not meant that way?
I know
Oh, got it.
for me is like just taking like Ao was saying, like just taking like 30 minutes or just being alone. Like
Yes.
I just need to be alone and
Yes.
decompress, and they're taking it as like, oh, whatever they're taking it, but for me I just need to wrap my head around some things.
No,
Yeah,
I agree
exactly. It's that
100%.
decompression time. The man cave. I call it the man cave, the mind cave moment where you just cave in mentally and just, think about everything and just take your time before you switch over to the other side of the world where you got to function as a partner now. And, so they take that personal. They think it's about them. It's not about them. It's about you wrapping your mind around your thoughts and getting your shit together.
no, facts, because sometimes it don't even be about just being a time that you can take the break. Sometimes you just need that time to lock back in. And sometimes, especially when they make it about themselves, they don't understand that. Like, look, I got to do this so I can be the best man for you. You feel me? Like, if I don't, if I'm off my game, how can I do this? How can I do that? Like, sometimes sometimes I ain't where I need to be mentally. So I gotta decompress. I gotta lock in. and then I can go back to handling what I gotta handle. And
Exactly.
and I think another thing is, to me, sometimes just putting your best foot forward, like, because I know sometimes, like, especially when I go out, like, it's nothing better to me than that "you smell so good" compliment. Feel me? But I know, like my wife will get on me, like, if I wear a certain cologne, or if I, like, I just, like, sometimes I just want to smell good. Like, I want to go out and be like, yo, like, yeah, you smell like, yeah, that's me, yeah, that shit blessed your nostrils, didn't it? You feel me? Like, it's not a better feeling in the world sometimes than knowing you him. And I don't know. Sometimes it's like when I'm not with my girl. Sometimes I know, like, the little jealous streak come out, and I'll be like, "Baby, look, trust me, I'm not going outside looking for nobody. But I'm just right now. I'm just trying to dwell in my him right now. Feel me?" And yeah, sometimes I think she take that a little personal.
So this conversation wasn't about being right or wrong. It was just about understanding, you feel me?
Sometimes hearing a different perspective helps people see things differently.
I just want to say big shout out to our men tonight for keeping it honest.
And to everybody watching, make sure you like, comment, and share.
This is Unfiltered the podcast.
And we'll catch y'all on the next episode.
Have a good night, y'all.